Welcome back to Plant-Based Food Fun with Albrian. Today we are making mashed potatoes, steak, gravy, and greens, or at least my version of it as a raw vegan. So we're going to start out by washing our chickpeas really well, and then we're going to pour some water over them and soak them overnight. As you can see, they have expanded. So we're going to begin the sprouting process, and for the best results, I like to rinse them 7 times a day for about 2 to 3 days. And then you want to make sure that they're in a flat, spacious strainer. Okay, so this is mushroom jerky. This is something that I've newly discovered, and I've just been loving it. The texture, the flavor, it's so wonderful. And when you soak it, it has more of a meaty texture that reminds me of steak, and that's what I'm doing here. So now we're going to make our gravy. We're going to use the same water that the mushrooms were soaking in because it's so full of flavor. But we want to thicken it up a little bit. So we're going to add 2 teaspoons of psyllium husk and stir it, and then let it sit in the dehydrator or just let it sit. And now, as you can see, it has thickened, and we're just going to put our mushrooms back inside of the gravy. Now we're going to make our turmeric dressing for our pressed kale. Now we're going to get into the mashed potato part. Another thing I would like to add about the recipe is I know we all have different preferences when it comes to mashed potatoes. So the less liquids, the more thick, the more creamy. So now we're transferring it over to the blender, and I'm adding the liquid in first because this is going to help it to blend better. And here I'm going to be putting 1 cup of cashews to add to that creaminess. You can add more than 1 cup, and you can add less liquid. However, it will be some work when it comes to the blending part. Then we're going to add it back to the processor to continue to just mix everything together now that the smoothing part is done. And if at this point your blender has cut off on you, if it's smooth enough, you can just transfer it back to the processor and, you know, continue to tailor it to your taste. If you are not a fan of chickpeas, if you're not a fan of hummus, then this recipe may not be for you. But do not worry, because I have more mashed potato recipes made from other ingredients coming soon.